Have you ever wondered why your cat, an animal famous for keeping their distance, chooses to climb directly onto your chest and settle there like nothing else in the room exists? Most owners assume it's about warmth or comfort, or just a cat being a cat. But the truth behind this behavior runs far deeper than most people realize, and once you understand it, you will never look at that moment the same way again. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what your cat is doing in that quiet, private moment, and why it matters more than you think. Let's start with the obvious explanation, the one most people settle for. Your chest is warm, your cat likes warmth, end of story. But that explanation falls apart almost immediately once you think about it. Cats are master thermoregulators. They can find the sunbeam on a windowsill, a heating vent, a pile of laundry still holding body heat from the dryer. If warmth was truly the goal, your chest would be far down the list of options. So why does your cat skip all of those easier, more reliable heat sources and climb onto you specifically? The answer starts with something most owners never think to notice: your heartbeat. Cats have extraordinarily sensitive hearing, far more sensitive than humans, and even more sensitive than dogs in certain frequency ranges. When your cat presses their body against your chest, they are not just lying there, they are positioned directly over the rhythmic, steady sound of your heart. Researchers studying feline behavior have noted that cats, much like many mammals, can be soothed by a steady, rhythmic heartbeat, a pattern that echoes back to the earliest days of their life, pressed against their mother and litter mates, surrounded by warmth and steady heartbeats on every side. When your cat lies on your chest, some part of that ancient comfort response may be quietly switching back on. There's something else happening here too, something tied directly to vulnerability. In the wild, a cat's chest, throat, and stomach are the most exposed parts of their body, the parts predators target first. A cat that exposes their own belly and then chooses to lie directly on top of yours is doing something that goes against every defensive instinct they carry. They are choosing a position where if something went wrong, they would have almost no time to react. That is not carelessness, that is trust, and trust for a cat is never given lightly. And here is something most owners completely miss. Your breathing pattern matters as much as your heartbeat. Cats are remarkably attuned to subtle physical signals, and slow, steady breathing is one of the clearest signs of safety an animal can read in another body. When you are lying down, relaxed, breathing slowly, your cat's nervous system picks up on that calm and in many cases begins to mirror it. This is part of why cats often choose to climb onto your chest specifically when you are resting, reading, or about to fall asleep, not when you are pacing around stressed and tense. They are reading your body's signals and deciding, based on what they sense, that this is a safe moment to be vulnerable too. If this is changing the way you think about your cat right now, go ahead and hit subscribe, because every video on this channel digs into what the science actually says about your pet's behavior, not what we assume it means. Now, here is the part that surprises almost everyone. The position your cat chooses on your chest is not random either. A cat who settles directly over your heart, facing toward your face, is engaging in one of the most intimate positions a cat can choose, a position that keeps their most vulnerable areas completely exposed, while staying close enough to read every flicker of your expression. A cat who turns slightly away, back pressed against you, is choosing comfort while still keeping a small thread of independence, watching the room while resting against your warmth. Neither position is wrong. Both are forms of trust. They simply tell you different things about how your cat is feeling in that particular moment. There's also a quieter, more personal layer to this: scent. Cats have scent glands concentrated around their face, paws, and body, and when they settle against you, they are slowly transferring their scent onto you, while simultaneously absorbing yours. In multi-cat households and even in single-cat homes, this kind of scent exchange functions as a quiet form of bonding, a way of marking you as part of their trusted, familiar world. Your cat lying on your chest is not just resting. In their own instinctive language, they are quietly claiming you, weaving your scent and theirs into something shared. So the next time your cat climbs onto your chest, settles their weight against you, and closes their eyes, understand what is actually happening underneath that simple, quiet moment. They are listening to your heartbeat the way they once listened to their mothers. They are exposing the most vulnerable part of their body because some deep instinctive part of them has decided you are safe. They are reading your breath, your stillness, your calm, and choosing to match it. And in their own quiet, scent-marking, heartbeat-listening way, they are telling you that out of every warm surface in your entire home, they chose you. If this video helped you understand your cat a little more deeply today, do one simple thing before you go. Hit like, leave a comment telling us if your cat does this, and subscribe so you never miss what we uncover next, because the more we understand the animals who trust us, the more we owe it to them to notice.